Hi, this is Jeline from the Honors Tutorial. Welcome to part 2 of this topic, which is about factoring sum and difference of two cubes for Mathematics 8. So let us have our example now. But before that, let's have the pattern. That is x cubed minus y cubed equals the quantity of x minus y times the quantity of x squared plus xy plus y squared. So this is our second pattern. Remember that your given should look like this one, which is x cubed minus y cubed. So therefore, if that is the given, we are assuming that this is the pattern. The pattern or the final answer should be the quantity of x minus y times the quantity of x squared plus xy plus y squared. So let's have the example now. That is 125 a cube b raised to 6 c raised to 15 minus d cube. So let's write our solution here below. And then let me just copy the given. The given is 125 a cube b raised to 6 c raised to 15 minus d cube. Same process. I want you to get the cube root of the first and the second term. Don't mind this operation, just get the cube root. So let's start with this one. Let's look for the cube root of 125. So you have to think of a number that when you raise to 3 is equal to 125. And that is 5, right? Because 5 raised to 3 is equal to 5 times 5 times 5. And then 5 times 5 is 25 times 5, that is equal to 125. So therefore, we will be getting the base here, which is 5. So we have here 5. And then for a cube, you have to divide the exponent to your index. So we have here 3 divided by 3, that's 1. You can write a raised to 1 here, but my suggestion for you is to write a only. It is because when your exponent is 1, we are letting it to be invisible. So we are going to write a instead. For b, to look for the exponent of it, same process, just divide 6 and 3. So 6 divided by 3, that's 2. Next, for letter C, divide 15 and 3, that's 5. And then this is the value of your x now. So let's write x here below. Next, for d cube. For d cube, you have to divide the index, which is 3, and your exponent, which is 3. So that is equal to d raised to 1 because 3 divided by 3 is 1. But as I have mentioned earlier, it is better to write it as d only. It is because when your exponent is 1, it should be invisible. So we have here the values of x and y. Now, let me just rewrite the pattern here for us to substitute later. So the pattern is the quantity of x minus y times the quantity of x squared plus xy plus y squared. And then let's substitute the values that we have here. And that is, for x, we have here 5 ab squared c raised to 5 minus y is d, times x again, that's the quantity of 5ab squared c raised to 5 squared, plus x again, so that is 5ab squared c raised to 5 times the value of y, which is d, plus value of y again squared. Now, let's solve. So, for this part, for this parenthesis, you will just copy it. No need to simplify. So that is the quantity of 5ab squared c raised to 5 minus d times, let's simplify it, 5 squared, meaning 5 times 5, that's 25. And then a raised to 2, that's a squared. For this exponent, as you can see, 2 is inside the parenthesis and the other 2 is outside. If this is the case, just multiply 2 and 2, that's 4. So this is b raised to 4. And then for c, 5 inside, 2 outside, that's 10 because you have to multiply. And then plus, for 5, just copy it because we don't have any number that we can see here to multiply to 5, though there's 1 here. But 5 times 1 is still 5, so it's better to copy it. Next, just copy a, b squared, c raised to 5, and then d. Since we cannot combine it really with our exponent because they contains different letters. They are unique individuals. So therefore we cannot combine them. Plus d raised to 2, that's d squared. And that's it. That is the answer for this kind of equation. This is the factors. The quantity of 5ab squared c raised to 5 minus d times the quantity of 25a squared b raised to 4 c raised to 10 plus 5ab squared c raised to 5d plus d squared. Next, another example. So we have here 343 minus 1 h cubed over 8. So let's have our solution here and let me just copy the given. And that is 343 minus 1 h cubed over 8. Next, let's get the cube root of 343 and the cube root of this, which is 1h cubed over 8. So for the cube root of 343, think of a number that when you raise to 3 is equal to 343, and that is 7. It is because 7 times 7 times 7 is equal to 343. Because 7 times 7 is 49, times 7, that's 343. And then we are going to get the base, that's 7. So minus cube root of the numerator. So you have here 1h cubed, just divide 3 and 3, that's 1. So you have here h raised to 1. For h raised to 1, you have the option to write h raised to 1 or write h only. But my suggestion for you is to write h. Because if your exponent is 1, it should be invisible number. Over the cube root of your denominator, so think of a number that when you raise to 3 is equal to 8, and that's 2. Because 2 cubed meaning 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. How is that? It's 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, 8. So get the base, that's 2. So this is the value of your x. This is the value of your y. Now, let's substitute. Let's write the formula here at the right side of the equation. So we have here the quantity of x minus y times the quantity of x squared plus xy plus y squared. Okay, then substitute. What is x? That's 7. What is y? That's h minus 2 over x again, that's 7 raised to 2 plus x, 7 again, times y. Let me just write it here. So again, 7 times y, that is h over 2. Then let's write the other one here. Plus y. So that is h over 2 squared. So let's continue. Now we have here the quantity of 7 minus h times 7 squared, that's 49 because 7 times 7 is 49 plus 7 times h, that is 7h over 2 plus h squared over 4. And this is the final answer. So if you have questions or clarifications regarding the topic or about us, kindly message the honors tutorials page. Thank you and God bless. Bye.